What up? What up?
Bro.
Yo, the people.
Let's go, man.
Power to the people.
Let's go, man. Listen, our studio is flooded. Our podcast is viral. The vibes are high. Nixon 5, baby! Let's go! Let's go, man. What a week, bro.
Oh, man.
What a week, man.
Yo, if you are a freaking Knicks fan and over 40, you have spent most of your life suffering. And and they rectified that.
Over 53 or under 53.
If you're under, yeah. So like I'm 52.
Yeah.
So I literally was born
missed
like
the cutoff,
right. I missed the cutoff. Man.
What a time, man.
Yo, welcome back, everybody, to the Compliment Podcast. He is Juan and I'm Sean, and every week we get together, have a few drinks, talk about things going on in the world, try to focus on things making an impact, whether they be good, bad, or otherwise. Hit him with a drink of the day.
Ooh, we taking it down to a drinker's drink this week, man. We're doing if you're into a little more on the bolder side, you know how we like to do some of the spirit forward cocktails. So we got a Mexican nail this week. It's a play on a rusty nail, which is usually a Scotch and a Drambuie, but we did the tequila. So 2 ounces of a tequila Corralejo. It's a reposado. So it's important to use a reposado because you want that dark tequila, you want the aged tequila. So 2 ounces of that, 3/4 ounces of the Drambuie in a mixing glass, actually filled with ice. Yep. We muddled an orange slice underneath, not necessary, but it does give it a nice little sweet flavor. Muddle a slice of orange on the bottom, add your ice, add the 2 spirits, stir it real nice, pour it in a highball glass with a giant ball of ice, and then garnish with an orange peel, man.
Oh, don't forget the bitters.
Oh, chocolate bitters and orange bitters, about 2-3 dashes of each. That's right. Mix it, 2-3 dashes of each. Mix that in there. It's good. So it's a spirit forward. It's so good. I love a rusty nail, man. I think the last time we did a rusty nail, I would do them all the time. I love this too, man. And
the rusty nail was with the bourbon, right?
Yeah, no, it's a Scotch. So Scotch.
Okay.
But I mean, I love bold flavors. I love the bold cocktails. I love tequila. So, and the Drambuie stuff. So I love this. And again, simple 3 ingredient-ish cocktail.
Yeah.
You don't have to do both of the bitters. You could do the chocolate or the orange. But if you do both, if you have both around, it does gives it a little bit of a different flavor, but it's not bad if you're missing one or the other. So, cheers, drink up. We got to have a toast for the million view podcast.
Yo. And that's what the compliment of the week is going out to you guys, to the people. Like we posted a video last week, and it was basically around how Latinos, like how we make fun of each other, give each other like fucked up names, and but it's all love, and you guys really responded to that, and so it's kind of crazy, like over 1 million views on it. We got a bunch, like we've probably fucking 30x our subscribers not subscribers, but our followers on IG. So definitely just wanted to shout out to you guys for making that happen. And that was awesome. Go ahead, man. I know you wanted to talk your shit, man.
Listen, man, I if you guys have been rolling with us since day one, man, like shout out to y'all, man, for sharing and telling your friends and all that. And if you're new, welcome. Listen, we just try to make good content every week and be authentic and be funny, and we don't take ourselves too serious. And sometimes there'll be serious topics and all that, and we just like to cover everything. We're excited, and I think I'm extra proud of that. We did this organically, man. We did this.
Oh yeah.
We did this. A lot of, and this isn't shade to any podcast, but a lot of the way the short form content works now is through what's called like farming clips.
Okay.
And so it's basically, if I'm sure if you guys are on TikTok or IG or whatever, you'll see the same clips from the same either podcasts or movies or TV shows or whatever on multiple accounts, like hundreds or thousands of accounts, showing you the exact same clip over and over and over again. And that's like a business now in itself, where you could farm out your pod, someone clips it up for you, creates 1,000 pages, just puts it out there. And eventually these things go viral, it kind of catches on and all that stuff. And that's not no shade to that, but I think I'm extra proud that we did this. Like you said, man, we had a topic, we recorded like we always do. We thought people would like that one. not this many people, obviously, and it took off, man. And so organically, and this has been, we say this all the time, man. You just never know what's the thing that's going to resonate, what's the thing that catches, what's the thing, and I think as creators or as guys who've been doing this for 6 years, is you tend to there's a thing where you're like, let the audience decide. Like we tell ourselves this all the time, where we like overthink a clip or we overthink an episode or overthink whatever, and it's like, man, let the audience decide. And because we don't always necessarily clearly know what we're talking about, and and this is one of those moments where we just let the audience decide, man. And
man. I mean, that was definitely a clip that we enjoyed. It was something. It was a topic that I had, man, that I had saw on an IG post from another account, and I just knew we would vibe on it. I knew I would think it, and I thought it was funny. It was hilarious. I knew you would, because we like the dark humor.
Yep.
I didn't know, I knew people. I know some people would like it. I didn't know how many. And I think the best part of this is the amount of comments that it got, and just because I didn't know how many fucking names that
the
people
names
had
so good,
out there,
man. Oh my god,
were insane. And
you guys are maniacal.
I've been laughing all weekend.
Yeah, same, man.
So that was awesome. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
That was awesome.
And I think the other thing too, man, as I like, is that, like you said, we have dark humor. We're not PC. Neither are you guys, clearly, and it's great that there's an appetite for that. That you get the occasional whiners and the crybabies, but 99% of the comments and the feedback were positive, where people just having a good time with vibes. I think one of the things that I especially loved about this was, it was other cultures chiming in, saying it wasn't just Latinos, and they were kind of chiming in with their cultures. It was people, we had one that was based around suicide, right? And obviously a dark topic, something a lot of people wouldn't find funny. There is a levity that you try to add to these really serious situations. Like I certainly do, right? Like I try to diffuse everything with humor, and it was crazy how many nicknames and comments we had that were based on family members' suicide attempts or friends or whatever. And I think one of the kind of recurring themes that I saw from people was no matter how harsh the nickname was, no matter how insecure you were about it, everything always came from a place of love. It was I always tell people, you don't get a nickname from I say a Latino, but in this case, clearly it's anybody. They don't give you a nickname, they don't like you, man. If you don't get a wild, out of pocket nickname, they don't like you. And it always comes with, and I love to see that in the comments. It was people sharing some of their, they're making, I love, bro, there was somebody in there who showed me their nickname, and then I looked at their picture and I was like, yep. And it was funny, and they were just it is what it is. And it was people telling us some dark shit and stories and things that went along with that. And the fact that you found the humor now, which is something that we always try to do, man. Listen, and if you're somebody who doesn't like that stuff, that's cool too. That's fine. But I think our style is always, so we try to find the levity in everything. We try to find some humor, man. So shout out to y'all, man. This was insane. Insane. I've never seen anything like it. So thank you, whoever took the time to I think more than 1 million views is the almost 100,000 of you guys that shared it to a family member, a friend, a cousin, whatever. It's just, that's insane. The views was crazy, but I'm man, a lot of you guys took the time to share it and move it on. And that's obviously why the views took off, but it also means a lot of you guys related to it and you have stories. And then the comments did not disappoint, man. I've been reading comments and trying to reply to you guys, and I'm sorry if I haven't gotten to you, but
we will.
Some of you guys are so goddamn funny, man. Some of these were so good, man. We've been dying over. We're going to have a follow-up and this episode later on, so stick around.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was so difficult. We could do, I think, a podcast a week for the next 6 months of just all the names we got.
Dude, we have to do a fucking segment every podcast and just pick I don't know.
Let's go.
10 of them.
10 of them. Yeah.
10 of them, and just put them out there, because y'all are funny, man. I love it. So just thank you for the engagement. Y'all had me rolling for the last 3-4 days, man. It's been crazy.
Yeah, so shout out to you guys. Cheers. And hopefully we'll keep bringing you some fun stuff, man. But let's talk about these Knicks, man.
All right, man.
New York is still standing.
New York is still standing. Surprisingly, the Statue of Liberty is still standing.
It's pregnant, but it's standing.
I thought it was going to tear it down and erect the statue of Jalen Brunson. New York Knicks first-time champion since 1973. Again, I'm 52, man. I was born in 74, and I've seen them go to the finals twice and lose twice. And I'm not a Knicks fan, but I do root for the Knicks. So basically, I don't get emotional when they lose. That's basically what that means. But when this came around again, man, I wanted them to win so badly. I was actually at a family member's house for the clinching game, and one of the things that was really cool, man, was watching him. Shout out to you, Joe, but watching him, like, when the game was pretty much in my eyes, I was like, "Ooh, it looks like they got it."
Yeah, it's locked in.
And I looked over at him, and he's still worried, and he's still waiting for them to collapse.
Waiting for the fuck up. Yeah,
yes, waiting for the fuck up, waiting for them to collapse.
The Knicks fans, which are prolific shit talkers.
Oh yeah,
they were a very humble in terms of like waiting to talk their shit, like until it was kind of seen through. Like people were celebrating and happy, thinking that they were there. But if you try to talk game, like, oh, they got this. A lot of them were kind of like,
shut up.
Yeah. Like, nah, I don't know. Yeah.
So it was interesting, man. Like, because I'm a sports fan. I think the only team that I really get emotional about is my Chicago Bears. But to watch my family, like, watching the game, and obviously we're all rooting for the Knicks, but to watch them, like, almost like nail biting.
Yeah.
And going like, yo, like, is this shit gonna happen? You know?
Like what?
Oh, man. It was so cool. And then to watch it happen, like, you would have thought we were in the damn stadium. We're high-fiving, hugging each other and shit, man.
Oh, so that's awesome.
Dude, it was cool, man.
I had a great moment with my kids the day that they came back from the 29-point deficit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're sitting here watching it. And then it was funny because, like, you know, my son is kind of, like, in and out watching it. And then, you know, he's like, why are you still watching this? And I'm like, I think if they cut it to this, like, it'll be interesting at the end, you know. I don't know. It just something tells me they're not out of it, you know. And then, like, you know, I certainly didn't think they were going to come back from 29.
Not from 29.
Right?
Yeah.
I thought, oh, this game was a
just run the clock, and you probably still win.
And then my daughter, you know, and then they do it, and my daughter's on the phone with a friend who's a Knicks fan, and they're kind of giving up on it, you know. And then as it's getting closer to the end, and maybe halfway through that fourth quarter, and it's close, they both sat down with me to watch it. My daughter's got her phone propped up on the kitchen island, pointed at the TV so that her friend on FaceTime can watch our screen and they can talk, you know, while she's watching it. So we're all just sitting here high-fiving and stuff. And, you know, and it was like the moment where it got deflated was when Hart misses the layup.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God. And then, you know, then there's a follow-up play next to that where they do end up taking the lead. And we erupted in here, and it was so cool because they're normally not like really heavy into sports either. But it was really cool to see how excited, like they're jumping, my daughter jumping. You know, it was like there was something about this Knicks team, man. I think that captivated like even non-sports fans.
Oh
like, and people who don't necessarily root for them. And you know, maybe some of it is the 53 years. I think some of it is New York is just such a beloved city worldwide. Even if you've only just ever visited, and you know, have like I think there's a mystique and an aura about New York City. I think there's a passion from the fan base that's so difficult to ignore if you watch it because, yes, they're shit talkers. Yes, they're obnoxious. But there's something so, like, lovable and charming about it. You know, it's like, yeah, and I can't even really point to what else. It was like, there was such a cool mystique and love from so many people that isn't given. Like, you know, normally when a team, there's bandwagons for every team, right?
Yeah.
There was just something different about this New York team, and I can't quite
and I don't know if it's because we're from that area, right? Like I don't know if that's what it is, but this one was special for, you know, like several reasons. Obviously, the first and foremost is like the 53 years, right?
Yeah.
You just talked about Game 4 coming back from a 29-point deficit. Game 5, Jalen Brunson coming in. Like Jalen Brunson, if you guys have not followed this, Jalen Brunson came from Dallas.
Yeah.
Right? And when he got brought over, the amount of shit talking that the sports shows did about him, about he's not the answer, and he might be top 10 point guard, and all this shit they talked about him, for that guy to put, you know, and everybody played well, but that dude put the team on his back Game 5, the clinching game, he scores 45 points to clinch the title.
Only Michael Jordan has done that, right?
Oh, yeah, yes. And
45
it
points
was
in
45
clinching.
points. Yep.
And only Jalen Brunson has done it in an away game, I think.
Oh, is that right?
So I think, because there's only two. I think so. It's like in a clinching game. I have to go look at that. I wish we had like a fucking fact check.
Yeah.
But man. Also, not for nothing, you said they were talking about him being top 10 point guard. Now I would argue top 5 people in the league, 3 minutes left, game's on the line.
Who do you want the ball?
Who do you want the ball in their hands? I think he's in that conversation.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know that that's prisoner of the moment. I think he's proven that the moment's not too big for him.
Yeah.
I kept making a comment, especially in that last game, about, look at how everybody's asshole clinches and for free throws.
Right.
It's really easy to go 9 for 10, throughout the playoffs when the game isn't on the line and the title isn't on the line. But when it's a 1-point game in the NBA Finals and you're about to clinch, and you've seen Wemby miss 2, you've seen OG Anunoby misses 3 out of 4 towards the end, right? I think several really good free throw shooters missing free throws because you can see the nerves, and it's this is these moments that separate the killers, and then the regular all-stars. It's who enters that legendary status, and then again, to me now you go, okay, great, you could score 45 or 50 when it doesn't matter, but when you score 45 in a finals clinching game, that's a different level, man.
And then you talked about Game 4, right? When they come back from 29, that last play, right? Jalen Brunson pulls up from 3, and probably in most people's minds is wait a minute, you're too far. Wemby's on you,
time,
right? You got time, right? And then OG just unguarded, makes a beeline to the basket in such a sweet touch to get it in. It's just crazy. So
that was the one.
That was the one you were
no.
Yes. Yes.
I knew it. Dude, and man, Jalen Brunson's dad played on the Knicks team that lost to the Spurs in 99.
Yep.
And he's a coach on the team now. So cool. Jose Alvarado, fellow Puerto Rican, but also from Brooklyn, local hometown kid, grew up in New York City. I think played at Georgia Tech, but gets to go back, gets traded from New Orleans halfway through the season, gets to go back to New York City to play, wins it the day before the Puerto Rican Day Parade. It's an absolute, savage at the Puerto Rican Day Parade after it. And then Cat gets to win a title during Pride Month. Bro, everything about this thing was just phenomenal. I'm fucking with you, Cat.
Cat Daddy.
I ain't calling him that, but...
No, but not for nothing, man. So the other thing about this, so Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart is the first trio of teammates to win both an NCAA, so college title, and an NBA championship together.
Oh, shit, that's right. They were on that Villanova team. You know what's crazy, man, is that...
But that was DiVincenzo was on that team too, right?
That's right, yeah. DiVincenzo, who they traded away to Minnesota, right, for Cat.
Yes.
The interesting part, man, is I remember, obviously, and during these finals run, they kept replaying old clips on socials and stuff about the. There was a lot of sports networks and sports kind of commentators, including Stephen A. Smith, who about that Villanova team said they don't have a single NBA player on the squad.
Oh yeah,
and it was a squad with Bridges, Hart, and Brunson. Yeah. And it's now you have 3 starters on an NBA Finals winning team. And he said, and that's not a knock on Stephen A. Smith because you just never know, man. I think that's a pretty fair assumption, to make about a college basketball team. You're not thinking 3 of these guys are going to go win an NBA title later on. I wonder too, man, does this change how people build teams later on? Cat is... Or not, because I think maybe we're underestimating. Cat is all-time great big man as a shooter. Right? Statistically speaking, maybe the greatest. Right? Brunson, again, I think just elevated himself into a different stratosphere of superstardom. I think, obviously Josh Hart has always been a good player. Jalen Brunson took $15 million pay cut in order to be able to free up the money to sign the rest of these guys. Does this change the dynamic, I think, of if you're a GM and you're building an NBA team and you say, okay, do I need 2 stars? And remember, it was like for a while there, it was like you need 3, the big 3 or whatever, and it was like, do I need 1.5 amazing players or 2 amazing, maybe transcendent players, and then chemistry for the rest of it, and maybe that was always the formula. I don't know, but
Man, Boston did it.
But right? It's like, yeah, do you build these teams with guys who are just really get along, have fun? Because it's also the thing you could see is that, man, even the games they were down 29, they weren't like, you normally see that on any sports team in any sport, and they're ripping each other. They're talking shit to each other. They're mad at each other. They're like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, da-da-da. Like, these guys, if I was watching the game and you erased the score from the screen, I couldn't tell if they were down 10 or up 2. You know what I like? It
just seemed like there was never a panic.
No, and also,
the team.
Credit to coaching. I think it's easy to knock head coaches and people don't do the right thing. But like this team, had moments where like you're getting clobbered, but having the made changes in that game 4, we put Alvarado and Brunson on the floor at the same time. Adapted well to that, managed the Eagles. Like these guys are never out of a game. And a lot of that is coaching as well, man. It's the chemistry, it's his team. But, for them to have enough, I think, respect and admiration for a coach and to buy into whatever that plan is, man, so shout out to the
Mike Brown, man. Mike Brown.
Yeah, man.
Which I was not a believer when they hired him. I didn't.
Me neither, man.
I was like, okay,
what's wrong about that?
Thibodeau, I'm definitely we were wrong. I thought this was a cool sort of like fun fact, man. Was like the last time the Knicks won a championship, Richard Nixon had just resigned.
Oh, no way.
Right? So Watergate, the whole Watergate scandal was fresh.
That's crazy.
And Muhammad Ali was still fighting.
Wow. So, Muhammad Ali was probably in his prime, right? Back in 73?
I don't know if he's in his prime, but he's still a force.
Yeah. Wow, man.
It's crazy, man. So shout out to the Knicks organization for putting that team together. Yo, for those of y'all collectors, Funko Pop, I just saw is putting out the starting 5, this starting 5 Knicks team. If you are collectors, I think it's like $100. That's probably one to get.
Might be a fun piece, yeah.
And I think they're taking like pre-orders, but you don't get delivery till like January.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn,
yeah,
January?
Bro. If you go to any of these Funko Pop stores, if you're a collector of these things, you can find like Jalen Brunson. You're not getting all 5.
Gotcha.
So they're putting out these guys, but I guess they got to make them whatever. And I think delivery is in like January.
That's insane.
For the collectors out there, might want to go look at that.
That's awesome. Yeah. I got a shit ton of Funko Pops, but like mostly comics, I think. And like my kids have some around movies and TV shows. January, bro, that's 6-7 months from now.
All right, man.
For that, man.
Yo, let's change gears, man. You seen the UFC?
I missed a lot of it. I saw the Pereira fight, and then I fell asleep during the main event, and then I went back and watched some of the highlights. But I saw that every single fight ended in a knockout. It looked like from everything I've seen, I've watched. I do want to go back and watch every fight. From everything that I saw, man, it was an incredible UFC event, man.
But obviously the big news is right, like the UFC did an event on the White House South Lawn, and it happened to coincide with obviously the upcoming 250th birthday of the country
of America.
It also happened to fall on June 14th, which is Trump's birthday.
Oh, that's right. So he's 80, right?
So he turned 80.
Okay.
I always remember that because that's also my son's birthday. My youngest son's birthday is on June 14th.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
it's also Hard Rock's birthday, June 14th.
That's right.
So I got a lot of June 14th.
Got a lot of stuff going on that time.
In the head. So from a fan perspective, man, I thought it was cool. I thought the way that they did it, kind of like outdoors, but the ring was covered, I guess.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, kind of like the boxing matches, like what they used to do in boxing outdoors. Yeah.
But they had a lot of military members there, man. It was pretty cool, man. They had like the fighters were literally coming out of the White House as if they were the president.
Dude, I saw Gaethje's entrance from the Oval Office.
See, I missed the last fight.
That shit was so cool.
It's so cool, man.
Like,
so all of them were kind of coming out of there, man, and they usually they were being escorted by usually law enforcement.
Right.
But then they come out of the doors. There's 2 Marines which you know that's fucking close to the heart, right? Like two Marines at the door, fucking saluting as they come, right? So like that whole entrance, it was really cool. Now I did see that there's controversy around like how much was this government funded versus UFC. I'm sure Dana White probably paid for the majority of this.
Yeah, he says he footed the bill for everything. Yeah, right. Yeah, he says he footed it personally, not even UFC. He said he personally footed the bill for all the costs. And I'm sure
if he said that, bro,
right, I'm sure because people are like calling out, oh, there's a flyover by the military jets. Okay, well, Dana White doesn't ask for the flyover, I'm sure. Like, that just happens to be a thing that we do. And also, those things end up being training exercises and, recruitment events and yada, yada, yada. So, like, I don't know. I'm in the camp, dude, is that, like, I think there's a time and place to be outraged. I think there is, if your thought is, oh, if the government doesn't spend this money, it's going to go to this other thing. You have no idea how government spends money. Like, I'm not, because this happened, we lost out on some other benefit or perk or whatever somewhere else in terms of public funding. It's the 250th anniversary of America. I think, too, man, politics aside, I don't give a shit what party you're from. I think that sometimes, man, we have to be able to turn that off for a night and then just go, this is a very cool event and it's, and you should just have pride in, I think, being an American and whether you agree with it or not, I think it is undeniable that the spectacle was amazing. Like,
it was cool, man.
You said,
it was a
I saw
show.
that Justin Gaethje entry and I had goosebumps. Like you said, him walking through the Oval Office, like walking past Marines, acknowledging the Marines, like the going through the White House lawn, going down the steps in the back of the, like, just like so fucking cool. And then the shot pans out. And it's the White House in the background, and he's making it. I mean, it's cool, man. Just beautiful. It's a one-time thing. It's this is a celebration of America this year. I think I just don't care because I don't think those dollars are going somewhere else that was quote unquote needed anyway. I don't know, man. I think sometimes it's like context matters, and whether or not and I understand if you're not a fan and you didn't care for this, like that's fine too. I'm just not part of the camp that's outraged about the public money. I don't know. I just don't.
Yeah, no, man. I say, I tuned into it. I did miss the last fight because it was freaking late, and I had to get up at 5:30 the next morning. So I did watch the fight before that. What's the guy's name?
Sean O'Malley. I did see O'Malley.
No, not that one.
Oh no.
It's also the P.
Pereira. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I watched the Pereira got the game. Is it Gane? Is it
Gane? Cyril Gane.
Cyril Gane. That's it. I watched that fight. That was the last one that I watched, and then I went to bed. So I do want to go back and watch the Gaethje fight.
O'Malley knocked out a guy who was supposed to be a tough fight for O'Malley. His first knockout in 3 years, man. Every fight ended in a knockout, man.
It was to me as far as UFC goes. And as far as like events go, I thought it was well done. Now, if your opinion on like how it was paid for, or whatever, like I can't fight.
Yeah, I'm not mad either way. I guess bro. I just don't. I could name maybe 1,000 things the government spends money on that I don't care to, in that same vein. So it's like I'm not going to sit here and nitpick like stuff. I think as things go and the event of this and the pride and the patriotism, I think that something like this can have. I don't know. I don't think it's wrong, I guess, to have some fun periodically. And I don't care who the administration is. I think putting on an event like this it's I almost equate this to like the Romans putting on kind of the gladiator events. It's like, it sounds barbaric, but we still kind of do it. We just pay for it through pay-per-view now. It isn't like a gift from the government. And so I think the government going in and using government facilities to pull off something like this, using the kind of landmark government facility to pull off something, I'm not mad at it. It's like a one-time thing. Dana White says he's never doing it again. Anyway, same thing he said about the Sphere, and I believe him just because that can't make money.
Usually says what
he's pretty fucking honest, bro. Yeah, like, say what you want about Dana White. He's usually pretty. He says, he usually says it straightforward. I also, the business guy in me says, like, yeah, there's no way you're making money doing this event here. Like, it's too costly. And so I believe, if anything else, you got to believe that he's in the business to make money. Yeah. And it's hard to make money when you're doing this in the Sphere and you're doing this in the White House. Yep. And so if it's a one-off, once in a lifetime thing, like, it's what we just got to witness. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's awesome.
So, dude.
Dude, sorry, one more thing.
No, go
It's
ahead.
like, kudos to Dana White and UFC because they have shown time and time again, even now with the Paramount deal, which I was worried would water down the product.
No, it's
They are willing to take risks and give you spectacles.
Yeah.
You getting superstar fighters into your roster is difficult, right? Like you can't predict that. Like you're signing guys that you think are the best and all that, right? But being able to hit that whole charisma and talent and skill kind of a combo is very difficult, right? Like you only get a Conor McGregor every so often. You only get a Tuporia. You only get a Justin Gaethje. Sporadically here. You're not going to get every fighter that's like that, right? And so you milk those guys when they're around. But to his credit, man, Dana White tries to put on the best show, like doing something at the Sphere, doing something at the White House. I think when he makes fights, they are truly what he thinks are going to be the best fights. When the card came out for the White House thing, there was a lot of criticism where people thought he didn't put together the best card, and it ended up being phenomenal.
Yeah.
Topuria is an up-and-coming superstar.
Yeah.
Like in boxing, this would be like Floyd Mayweather at 25-0 putting up his record against, an old veteran, who was super hungry, but still had something left in the tank. This isn't Floyd Mayweather against Mosley on his way out, or De La Hoya on his way out. This would be Floyd Mayweather fighting Trinidad while he still got it, but maybe he's already a champ and all that stuff, right? Or hasn't been a champ, but it's at the tail end, but still kind of prime. He has put in the best effort, I would say, to give you a show, and he did. And Topuria has an L, and he was a guy that was looked at as, man, who beats this guy? And fucking Justin Gaethje dismantled this man.
Yeah, like I said, I know it happened. I haven't watched it yet, so definitely want to go watch that.
So shout out to them types for taking risks. Shout out to Topuria for taking the fight. Shout out to Dana White, I think, for being willing to risk the zero. Again, this is why I would say the UFC has been surpassing boxing in a lot of combat sports lately. Is they're not afraid to take losses, like from the fighters or to their bottom line. Clearly.
Yeah. Dude, the other thing that happened this weekend was it looks like the Iran war is officially over. We think. Trump announced that they reached a deal, and they're going to remove the blockade from the Straits of Hormuz.
Okay.
There's supposed to be an agreement signed on this coming Friday. So we're recording on a Tuesday night. It's still Tuesday. No, actually,
it's Wednesday.
It's actually Wednesday morning.
Going on a Wednesday morning.
But it's just funny, man. It's just like when this war started, it's like, it started with like the Israeli strikes. I think this war got renamed like twice.
Did it really?
I'm pretty sure, man. It was like it was called something else, and then it was called something else, called something else.
I was gonna take some cracks.
In the middle, it was like the Pope feud, right? When Trump was
that's right. What's the war called?
I can look it up.
Go, because I got some guesses.
Let's see. What's the war in Iran called? What is the old name?
I want to see if any of my guesses are right.
Let's see. Look, it's not working. My tech is not working. Here he goes. All right. Recent major conflict that began in 2026. Okay, 2020. All right, whatever. Widely known as the 12-Day War. No, that's not it.
That's the old name.
I don't know.
Okay. I had some guesses, but all right. No, it wasn't an Epic Fury or some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it was, man. But it was odd that it ended on the same day of the UFC fight.
Oh, did it? Yeah. Was it that day? I didn't realize.
That's when he posted it. That's when he posted that it was the end. So it was just like looking at this shit. I go, yo, history books. Like 50 years from now, how will the history books tell this story?
Oh, bro, if American history books, we over embellish and we'll take pride in everything. So it'll be like on the 250th birthday of America, we held gladiators fought on the White House lawn. The president ended the war with Iran, a centuries old war in Iran, and it'll be like, whatever else happened and an American took out a Spaniard for the interim, what is it, welterweight title, whatever the belt is. I'm sorry, KG. Whatever the belt is that he won, it'll be some crazy headline like that.
Yeah, man. I say it's gonna be 2026 is gonna be funny for the history books, bro. Speaking of fucking wars, you see all the shit that's happening in New York. So like going back to the Knicks like winning the championship. For those of you who are on social media, if you have been following the whole New York stuff, right, the fan base being in the streets and obviously most people. It was all love, right? Most people are outside and watching the game and it's peaceful and whatever. But it's also a bunch of like ratchet shit going on.
Oh, yeah.
Too, right? But you had something about like about the New York crime rate.
Oh my
God. Actually
dude,
was
one of the things I thought was phenomenal. And again,
now we gotta check it out with our resident New York City police officer.
Oh, I know. I gotta give him shit because I gave him shit, but I want to see if it's right before I give him shit.
All right, do it.
But statistically, it is the lowest crime rate in the history of New York City. Was
it like the last month
or for the year of 2026?
Oh, okay.
So and now the last month during the New York Knicks run, it's gotten even better. But for the year, New York City major crime is down 10.6% for 2026. It is the lowest crime rate since they began tracking. Subway crime is down 6.5%, which was a concern.
Okay,
it had been going up. Retail crime, like people stealing. Or doing shit inside a store, down 18.8%. Public housing crime, so that's a lot. It's a fifth, right? Public housing crime, so projects, the crime inside of the projects, down 11.6%. And during this Knicks run, especially on the nights where the Knicks are playing, crime is down anywhere between 76 and 78% in total.
That's
so meaning
crazy.
Almost a 100% reduction in crime. So 8 or 80% reduction, whatever you want to use, but like 4/5 of the crimes go down when the Knicks are playing during this run because I think it speaks and that's not to say some of the celebrations got out of hand and people did wild shit, but overall for the most part it's like the city came together to watch this and do something and be productive and like fucking go in there and just like watch basketball and drink and high five each other and whatever. I think the reason I want to call this out is because like again, I can show what party you vote for, but I know when Mamdani came in, it was all this New York is gonna fall apart, New York's gonna be a shit town. All I'm saying is this guy delivered historically low crime rates and a New York Knicks title, man. Just give this guy a shot.
And it may not have been due to any of his policies.
Yeah, it don't matter. Everybody knows that you just give the guy in office credit for everything that happened. It's cool to see. I love New York, man. It's probably my favorite city in the world. So just to see something like that, just to see like the positive shit happen. I will tell you, just from visiting New York frequently, doesn't feel any less safer lately than I can remember, especially compared to when I was going to New York in the 90s. New York was a shithole. So anything is better than that. And then New York, at some point in time, the whole thing got gentrified and it just became like a sorority house and it was super safe everywhere. And then from what I understand is that there was a lot of subway shit happening and the crime rate had kind of spiked up a little bit the last few years, but looks like it's trending back down. Hopefully we keep that same energy. It's too fucking hot outside. Y'all need to go to a public pool and just, take your Timbs off.
And don't pee in it.
For a couple hours at least. Yeah, don't pee in it. Go have some fun, man. Damn. But shout out to New York. Shout out to the citizens. Shout out to the mayor or whoever else, whatever programs you got to put in place and whatever's gotten is down. Just keep doing what y'all doing, man. It's cool. Man. I love to see it.
I saw people like posting on IG and it was supposed to be like sort of comedy stuff, but they were like going, "Yo, normally I walk down the street and if I go in front of a car, I get honked and get cursed at and I got Knicks gear on and they're like, yo, go Knicks."
You're like, oh yeah.
It's like so like, yo, man, if it's funny, man, what sports does to us, man. Like
how it brings people together, man.
It really does, man. Yeah. Dude, I remember years ago, this party like 2004. I went to Chicago to see a Bears game and man, we were I should say the team was fucking horrible, bro. Horrible. I want to say they ended the season like 6-10.
What year was it?
04.
Okay.
So still had like the beginnings of like that stout defense that Lovie Smith was creating. You know,
so Urlacher was already
Urlacher, Briggs.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of the guys were there already, but the offense was fucking horrible. Anyway, while I was there, man, like I stayed in like, you know, in the city and close enough to the stadium that I could just walk. And while I'm walking there, I have on like, because it's cold, it's like December. So I have a leather jacket on. It's cold as fuck, but I have an Urlacher jersey on top of that. I'm wearing a Chicago Bears like hard hat, right? And so, but and I saw you, and the team was horrible. But as I walk into the stadium, the amount of high fives that I got, the amount of Go Bears that I got on the way over there, it's just like what sports does to people.
Makes you high five a random fucking
random,
bro.
That's right,
Yeah.
From Florida.
Right.
No less,
not many people
right?
do. Yeah, not many things I would say do that.
Yeah. So it was cool to see some of the stories of just like what people are experiencing. Obviously, all of the videos of I love seeing the people were projecting the fucking game on the side of a building.
Oh fuck yeah, man!
Right,
Yeah.
people outside and fucking lawn chairs.
I feel like that's what I would have been doing.
You know
bro.
what's funny, man? I go, where the fuck y'all get lawn chairs?
Yeah,
from,
for real.
I don't know nobody with lawn chairs when I
Amazon, bro. Get it there by 9 p.m. that night. They're like right before tip off or whatever. Like,
yeah, no, man.
Bro, I love, you know what's funny? Those are my favorite shots of the city where people sitting out on the street and watching it off a building. Just so cool. Because like, yeah, you could sit in your apartment and watch it. But like, if you look out your window and you see some shit like that, you're going outside. You know, at least I know I am, bro. I'm going outside with a couple bottles and we sitting down, bro, maybe with a cooler. And I'm just, like you said, there is nothing better, I think, than watching sports with people who care about that team.
Oh, yeah.
Or
or anything. Remember you and I went to that. We've gone to like sports bars to go watch big fights.
Mm-hmm.
We went to watch. Remember years ago we went to go watch Triple G and
Canelo. Yeah. Oh, so fun.
And
bro.
man, when it was like the energy in that. So I couldn't imagine like being and now we've been to all sorts of boxing matches, but like, you know,
the energy of that was amazing too, man.
But to be in a place where everybody is rooting for the same team, that energy that's
it's amazing. Dude, I mean, I think I've talked about that on this show before. I was in London when Andy Ruiz knocked out Anthony Joshua. They did the rematch.
Oh,
so I was in London for the rematch.
Okay.
And I was watching it at a pub. And obviously, we're in London. The people are rooting for Anthony Joshua. And you know me, I talk shit. So I'm talking shit. I'm talking my shit. And Anthony Joshua won that fight.
Yes.
But he won it by decision, and he won it by mostly kind of outboxing and was kind of afraid to engage. So I'm just talking shit about that. And it was funny how many of the Brits kind of agreed with the like, yo, nah, you got to knock him out. He fucked you up. You got to knock him out, right? And they were kind of like on board. But they were fun. They were fucking diabolical. They were maniacs. Yeah. They're jumping. They're drinking the thing. But at the end of it, we're like fucking high-fiving. We're jumping around each other. You know, like I never felt like, oh, somebody here is going to want to fight me. You know, like it was like friendly banter. It was talking shit. You know, they don't know the difference between a Mexican and a Puerto Rican. They're calling me Mexican. You know, she was just as racist as America for a night. It was amazing. It was so good. So good, man. But like, yeah, I think there's something about sports, man, that just like, it's so fun, man, and especially again, I think when a lot of people come together for the exact same thing, and it's just, it's a good time, man.
Yeah, no, that's dope, man. The other big news that happened over the weekend was Elon Musk became the world's first recorded trillionaire. Like we all know them princes and shit over there in the Middle East. Like they don't have to record or they don't have to report their income. So those guys, whatever, man. But the first like recorded trillionaire. SpaceX makes a historic debut on the NASDAQ, if you guys are into stocks and stuff, on June 12th. Opened up at $160 a share, which is probably more than it's worth as far as the revenue that it comes in.
Today,
Big ass, but besides whether you think it's worth it or not, like probably the biggest hype of a stock maybe ever.
Yeah, I would think so, man.
Right?
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
ever, man.
What do you think is the driver behind that? Do you think it's Elon? Do you think it's because it's space?
No, man. I think fuck me personally. Like you and I have been like we bring up Elon Musk a lot on this show over the last 6 years, just because we're sort of like we're amazed with the shit that this guy does.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of it, right? Like here's somebody who was banned from Twitter and then bought it.
Yeah.
Right?
I think Elon was going to go down as, like, we read about, like, Benjamin Franklin and Nikola Tesla.
He's going to be one of those guys.
He's going to be one of those guys that you don't, I mean, maybe we do realize it, but, like, we're living through history of a I wouldn't even know what you call it, of a prolific human being in terms of, like, aptitude and intellect and inventiveness and I don't even know, I'm just gonna start making up words, but dude, Elon, and I know there's a lot of controversy behind Elon, whether or not he's
Tesla, I mean, you love him or hate him, like love him or hate him,
regardless, he is responsible for the companies that have gone out and executed on the idea. Like a lot of people like talking, Tesla wasn't his idea, there was whatever. Ultimately, he was the CEO of Tesla when it took off, and it's become the behemoth that it is today.
And people forget too, man. Like he was the dude that started PayPal, right? And
changed the way we make payments forever.
Yeah, like PayPal. I don't know. I mean, if you order shit online, probably most of us have used PayPal. If not, that we still use it. Like a lot.
But anything really that you use to pay online now is really thanks to PayPal's kind of infrastructure and the idea, right? Like everybody just kind of copy pasted the idea, and sure, everybody had their variations of it and whether they tried to make it better or whatever. But PayPal was kind of almost one of the founding fathers of online payment mechanisms, man. And
I remember like 6 years ago, I was working on a project for e-commerce, and I was not an e-commerce expert by any means. And I remember we were considering turning, we had an issue with PayPal, where basically people were making purchases and then just going back to PayPal and going like, I didn't do it.
Oh yeah.
And it was the cause of it was something that we didn't put in place, whatever, right? But I remember making the suggestion, just going like, just turn off PayPal. And I remember the look that I got from the person in charge of e-commerce, and they're like, no fucking way am I turning off PayPal.
Like, are you crazy?
You can't.
Yeah.
Right? And then obviously not at the time, not really understanding how big, and it was big, but it wasn't part of my world at the time.
Who doesn't have another way to pay?
That wasn't what, right? You just go like, okay, we don't have that. I'll just do that. I'll do my credit card. And this is like, no, you don't understand. Like this is like half of our business type shit. And so and so kudos to that dude. And again, so back to the SpaceX thing, man. Historic on the stock market. But Elon Musk, there was somebody who wanted to outdo him on his SpaceX, and I think that was Nick Cannon, he welcomes baby number 22.
Fucking Elon trying to populate other planets, and Nick Cannon going to take it upon himself to just repopulate the whole Earth. Nick Cannon.
He got 22 kids, bro?
Get a fucking vasectomy, bro.
Nah, bro. Keep it, bro. Keep it rolling.
Bro, I don't know what the situation is like for Nick Cannon and his kids. So I don't want to speak out of turn, I guess, in a sense, but I'm gonna. Like, you can't have 22 kids and it be like, I hear the argument that like, oh, well, he got the money, right? And I get it. But like you and I both have kids, like it's about so much more than that, right? And
of course.
And so when you have 22 of them, it's not possible to give them all what they need to flourish as humans.
As far as your time, to give your time to them.
So what, like, are we? I guess again, I'm not a moralist in the sense of like, hey, if you want to do this and you're doing right by the kid
knock yourself out,
and their mom or whatever, like you knock yourself out. But at what point in time do we go and I guess it'll be hard to tell until his kids get older, right? And you see what kind of members of society they are. But like, at what point in time is this like a disservice to the kids, and then maybe, I don't know, grossly negligent for having a lot of kids that you clearly can't give the time and space to, and or is that, I guess, contingent on how they turn out? Like, dude, is that if these kids are all amazing?
I'll tell you like this, man. To me, there's like that. It's like 400. Isn't something like it's the probability of being human is like 400 trillion to 1.
Yeah.
So, he gave life to 22 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like for whatever, like if he's able to support them financially, great. To your point, can he spend the right time with them? I mean, I don't know. What is the right time? What's the wrong time? You know what? 22 more people have a shot at this thing that we call life.
Yeah.
That a lot of us take for granted. And so, man, they can't
let them have
shoot your shot. Literally.
Also, you gonna have a busy ass Father's Day, motherfucker. Nick Cannon gonna be on FaceTime with 47 screens up. Just what do you do? You allocate a minute per phone call to every one of your kids?
No, man. You just
work.
You just take them all somewhere.
Do you just think they all come with him somewhere?
Yeah, baby mama,
all
everything.
22, and then all the baby mamas and everything. Probably does. You got like a whole harem of. Just what do you think? Do you just take the baby mamas you get along with?
Does Nick ever go back and have babies with like the first or second?
He does.
Yeah,
I think so, man. Because I think he's got multiple babies with the same woman, but then we'll have a baby with it. Yeah, I'm almost positive he does go kind of back and forth.
Yeah,
I think his whole thing is like, I kind of want you today. I want her tomorrow. I want I think.
Hey man,
listen, good for Nick Cannon for. That's his kind of like, his whole thing is like, I can't be kind of what was it, polygamous or no, monogamous, not polygamous. I can't be monogamous.
Can't be monogamous.
And so I've had a lot of alcohol, guys. I can't be monogamous, and so he's upfront about that, and he's if they accept so like right? And he's found people that can kind of work with his lifestyle and work with his thing, and so like good for him. And I don't care either way about the kid. It's just like one of those things where every time I see it, I'm like, man, the number feels wrong. Like I just couldn't tell you why. Maybe because it's just like not quote unquote normal.
Yeah.
Or I just go back to like, man, could you possibly spend time with these many kids at once and all that?
Dude, man, nobody was saying shit back in the day, and people was having fucking 15
you're right.
kids.
Yeah, I really have nothing to go off of on that.
I bet you got a family member that got like.
No, my grandmother was one of like fucking 20 something, like close to 30.
Yeah, see, man,
kids or something like that.
Dude, that's a third, close to 30, bro.
Yeah, I think so, man.
Yeah.
I don't know that my great grandmother knows what it's like to not be pregnant. Like I think even when she's towards the tail end at 70,
that'd be a good interview, bro.
Yeah. I don't think she's dead now, but I don't think. I think when she died, I'm not sure that she wasn't pregnant. She was in her 70s. Bro, my great, what's wild is that you hear the shit about that generation. It's like these are all like mid 1900s kids, and of the 20 something of them. Man, I want to say the number's 26, 27, man. I have to ask my family. But I think only half of them made it into adulthood.
Yeah, I was going to say, so like, obviously, before, say 100 years ago plus.
Yeah.
It's like, people were dying from shit like polio and the flu and, whatever, right? So like, you have a bunch of
fucking mosquito.
You have a bunch, you have a bunch of kids and half of them don't survive. So like, so you have a bunch. I mean, obviously we're not in that place today, but man, kudos.
Yeah, whenever y'all complain about modern medicine today, just remember a cough was killing motherfuckers 40 years ago.
Yeah, for real,
like,
bro.
That shit's crazy. It's super wild, man.
All right, bro. Listen, let's end this episode. Oof. We want to bring it all the way back to the beginning. We was giving y'all shout outs for hitting us up and commenting on that one of our last posts. So we wanted to read out some of these things. So last episode was You Can't Bully a Latino Kid. So follow up on that. I gotta read some of these, man.
Oh,
we gotta read. We
gotta
read
good, man. Thank
these,
y'all.
Man.
Shout out to you guys. This is part 2. Like I said, we're gonna keep it going week to week, but we appreciate y'all taking the time to answer in these comments. And when we post this, we expect more.
All right. So Selena_Powell said, we had a kid in our class who had a birthmark on his chest that looked like a third nipple. his nickname was Tres Leche.
You know what's wild? As I had someone else, and I don't have their names, so I'm sorry, because so many comments are going through, but someone else had a girl that they knew who had 3 kids from 3 different baby daddies, also called Tres Leches. So, phenomenal nickname. That Nick is 22 Leches.
All right, my next one. Fuck, man, I'm gonna mess this up. Nancatira
Sounds right to me.
said, my dad had bow legs. They call him alicate, which means pliers.
Yeah, that must have been real awkward to ask for the pliers. Your dad, you sitting there holding a flashlight, and he like, and you want to be like, Dad, do you need the the things with the handle? And he's like, just say it.
Yo,
alicate.
Yo, well, actually, I had this kid in elementary school that had bow legs, but that motherfucker was the most athletic dude on the playground.
He was tick-tick.
Motherfucker was fast. He could play football good, catch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was the adversity, bro. The adversity made him nice. It was the bullying and the adversity, bro. That shit gave him a leg up.
And yo, shout out to the non-Latinos that commented on this shit too. This dude, Lucas_Rod.7 says, my son was born at 29 weeks and has lung issues. I call him Wheezy.
Not your fucking parents bullying your wheezing ass. Like you done survived some horrific ordeal with your life and forever. Your dad like, Wheezy, come here.
I got two more I want to do.
Yeah.
This is WI_LSON. So basically Wilson 736 said, we had a dude that had a scar near his lip and we called him Mohong on the lip. And Mohong means shit for those of y'all, for those of the non-Latinos watching us.
You know what my favorite about this? The on the lip is so unnecessary. You can just call him Mohong. That whole shit was so extra. Just call him Mohong.
All right. Last one I want to do is Rocco Teach said, we call our teacher Pulpo, which is octopus. She only had one hand.
Take the most horrific shit in your life, bro. We'll fuck with you about it.
All right, pass it over to you.
Some of my favorites. We had Hola Gems had one on there. She said they called her primo El Mecánico because he had a car fall on him while he was doing his own oil change. Goddamn, homie. Can't even do your own oil change. Suffer through an injury. Horrific ordeal. You get crushed by your Civic. And now you're named Mecánico for the rest of your life, bro.
Do you just wish you were dead?
Yeah, absolutely.
At least in the beginning. All right? Would you motherfucker be doing shit?
Why they call you Mecánico? Cause my Tercel fell on me fucking in 83 and now these people won't let me live it down. The Chilean gringo said we knew a guy who had a stutter and we called him Helicóptero. Yo, y'all had some great ones for Helicóptero. I think I heard
for a stutter.
Machine Gun. Oh my God. Machine Gun Kelly and all kinds of variations.
There was another one, man. Something about choking.
Yeah. Oh, Gagón or damn,
I can't remember.
Yeah, it'll come to me, man. But you guys showed out. There's one from an account called Near Love. He said they had a cousin who was really short and they called him Medio Polvo. And if you guys are Latino, you'll get that shit. But Medio Polvo is basically a half nut. It loosely translates to like half a nut. Meaning half a bust. I don't know how to clean that up, Betty.
No, half a nut.
Half a nut. So Medio Polvo for short people. They had a JP Michelle 2 had a coworker they called Bombillo, which Bombillo is a tree ornament. So they called him that because every December came around and he would try to hang himself. Can't even try to commit suicide without getting made fun of.
That's like the La Piñata.
Bro.
You know what's funny, man? Right away, I started thinking about people that I know that get depressed in December.
Oh, yeah, there's so many.
Yeah,
so many,
bro.
man.
Yeah.
Dude, again, I think going back to what we were talking to before is like, yo, these things come from a place of love. And I think when people try to make fun of you, it's like their way to add levity to the situation, man. Christian Cooks, is we used to call a cook I worked with El Cangrejo because he was missing his index and middle finger and he had to pinch things to pick them up. So he's index finger.
It's like this.
Bro. Shout out Cangrejo.
Yeah.
So good.
You know,
do it. I'm so retarded. I'm trying to figure out which one on my index.
Thank you again, yo, on that.
I got one more. I got one more.
One more. Hit me, sorry.
Mastiff Bro said my family calls me Pocahontas because I married a white man. In full colonization spirit. Now take us out of here.
All right. On that, tell them where they can find us.
At the Carbon Football Podcast on IG, obviously. At Carbon Football Podcast on TikTok, on X, at Carbon Football Podcast on YouTube, Facebook, and then all your favorite audio platforms. And then if you're already following us on IG, just go to the bio, click it, and you'll be able to go follow us through all your favorite audio platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Geo7, Ghana, TuneIn, Podchaser, Pocket Cast, Audible, Amazon Music, Radio Cast, everything. Tell your smart devices, tell your dumb devices, tell El Mecánico, tell Cangrejo, tell Coconut, tell Pocahontas, tell Wheezy, baby. And Tres Leche, they know where it's at. Just ask them and they'll point you in the right direction. Shout out to you guys again, man. This shit has been unbelievable. It's been amazing. And we're going to keep putting out episodes and keep putting out content for you guys to watch and hopefully make you guys laugh, think, cry, maybe call us stupid, whatever. We're here for a good time. So whatever it is, man.
And as always, we appreciate you guys and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Peace.
Peace.